Nigeria Midstream Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority establishes new domestic base price for gas. 5G Network Nigeria Communications Commission approves second trial ahead of spectrum auction, and oil recoups losses from Friday, focusing on Omicron COVID variant spread. Plus, Business Express today takes a look at women entrepreneurship in Africa, opportunities and prospects. The program is Business Express, reaching you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. I am Musa Abubakar. Now let's begin with 5G Network. The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, has approved a second trial of the fifth generation 5G technology in the country as the deadline for the submission of bids and initial bid deposits, IBDS, closes today at 5 p.m. The Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy says the Commission has slated December 13th, 2021 as the final auction date for the 3.5 gigahertz spectrum for the deployment of 5G technology in Nigeria, while deployment is expected to happen first quarter next year. It further says the Nigerian Communications Commission is to supervise the second 5G POC trial in Nigeria. This trial will be conducted by Airtel Networks Limited and its original equipment manufacturer on Thursday, December 2nd, 2021. The federal government is wooing more investors to take advantage of the country's agribusiness, urging farmers to see farming as a business venture. Musa Baba Aliu reports that the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Mohammed Mahmoud Abubakar, says more investment in the sector will significantly improve the standard of living of farmers in Nigeria.
Agriculture is now being acknowledged and promoted as a business and not a development program, away from the primordial perspective and able to sufficiently satisfy the socio-economic needs of its practitioners and grow the nation's economy. Our agenda is to guarantee the vibrancy of the sector. Agriculture must be seen as a business and haven for investment.
The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has warned quoted companies and capital market registrars to desist from selective payments and distribution of dividends. Director General, Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, Lamido Yogoda, stated this at the 10th annual conference of the Institute of Capital Market Registrars in Lagos at the weekend, where he urged the ICMR to encourage its members to uphold the code of ethics of the profession as contained in the rules and regulations of the Commission or face sanction. The SEC DG also stressed the need for an optimal regulation of digital technology in the capital market, adding that the Commission had issued rules to regulate several technology-driven activities. In trade and trade-related investment deals. The figures from the latest tally released today by the IATF Advisory Council captured additional data submitted by trade promotion agencies of Algeria, Nigeria, and South Africa. The IATF, organized by African Export-Import Bank, Afrexim Bank, the African Union, AU, and the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA Secretariat, saw $42.1 billion worth of trade and investment deals agreed during the event, which took place from 15 to 21st November in Durban, KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. AITF 2021 thus surpassed its preset target of $40 billion in trade and investment deals, going well beyond the $32 billion in transactions closed at the first edition in Cairo, Egypt in 2018. Foreign portfolio investors have increased their participation in the Nigerian stock market by almost three-quarters as steady corporate earnings and improving foreign exchange liquidity continue to sustain rally by Nigerian equities. Latest trading data on portfolio investments in the Nigerian market shows remarkable increase in foreign transactions, strengthening the overall market to sustain a two-month rally. Total foreign transactions in the Nigerian equities market jumped by 74.2% in October, showing a significant recovery from a long-running deficit of inflows to outflows. The renewed foreign appetite for Nigerian equities further spurred domestic investors' participation, pushing the overall market transactions up by 80.3% from 118.15 billion naira in September 2021 to 213.07 billion naira in October 2021, the highest in 7 months. Now, levies by member states still account for about 70% of ECOWAS funds, a reason why the regional bloc is appealing to member countries to meet their financial obligations so that its activities can run smoothly. Kelvin Epunaye reports that at a meeting of the ECOWAS Administration and Finance Committee in Abuja, the body pledged improved support to member countries post-COVID-19 recovery in 2022.
The current management has done all the work for establishing the right legal regulatory frameworks and procedures for our community institutions.
Our private sector is becoming more engaged and is receiving significant support in advancing economic development and integration for our region, especially in the context of the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA.
Well, our discussion will focus on women participation in trade as a driver for economic growth, which is critical to economic development and recovery. Joining me is local content manager, 50 Million African Women Speak platform, Dr. Ajibike Sarantu. You're welcome to Business Express.
Thank you.
Well, the third quarter GDP growth shows a growth of 4.03%. In your own view, how do you see the participation of women in contributing to that success?
I would like to say that for that growth, looking at women participating with almost 70% of it, because we make up the informal sector. Okay. We make up the trade sector. We are the ones that are in the markets, they are the ones that are the farmers, they are the ones at the petty trade. And these are massive contributions that women give to trade in particular.
Okay, 50 million women as a network connecting women entrepreneurs around Africa. How are they taking advantage of the export market?
We've been doing lots of capacity building, and we've been participating in all the sensitization process that AFTA has been putting together. In fact, some of our women were at Durban for the IATF conference that just ended. And basically, the challenge has been that because lots of women entrepreneurs are not totally structured and they don't have the documentation that is expected. But so far, 50 million we've been able to add some value by having capacity building and ensuring that we expose them to the need to have this documentation. And we've also, for the trade fair that is coming up, we are invited NEPC so that they can also help prepare them to be part of export. We don't want them to be doing the usual way they do exports in just small bits, whereby they put their goods to add to other agents, so they are not being seen. Rather, they are seeing those agents, but we need the women to come up and begin to play in the bigger league
Okay.
in export.
Okay, can you take us through the progress made by the 50 million women project?
Okay, so far we turned 2 on the 26th of November. That's 2 years now that the project has been in existence. And so far we've had remarkable impact, I must say. We've had lots of capacity building. We have lots of skill trainings that, in fact, we have some women that we taught how to make yogurt, and they've started producing. Some have even had their NAFDAC number. We have those that have started learning how to make rugs, all these passion rugs, and some of them have started selling it. We also taught them digital skills, how to make your logos instead of patronizing the people out there and then you are spending more money. So now some of them can actually design their logos. We've been able to add lots of packages, easy access to financial information and also access to funding, particularly by working with some commercial banks that have helped us to get some affordable rates for the women, because that's very critical for them. And so far, and also they were part of the Survival Fund beneficiaries. We had some that had the NEPC grant beneficiaries. In fact, we had some that had some grants. Some people won some of the grants, and all these were information that we displayed on our platform, and we are still collaborating more with other ministries.
Okay, well, what part is the Africa Development part playing in this? I know that it's, I think it started the
It's
whole
an
project,
initiative
yeah.
of the African Development. Their part is they created a platform. The platform is www.womenconnect.org. On that platform, I like to call it our own, in quote, Facebook, because there you are, the goal is to have 50 million women on that platform. And I see a bigger picture that if we can actually aggregate and have 50 million women on that platform, that's enough market for us. That means you go to that platform, you upload what you do. It's a digital space. You go there, you upload what you do, and then people get to view. And we also have investors from other countries on that platform. And that's why we've been doing lots of sensitization, because we need the Nigerian women, the African women to come on that platform and interact together. That's enough market space for us. We have 50 million viewing whatever you post at once. That's enough market space. So what the African Development Bank did is they created that platform, and it's been managed in COMESA. The database, everything is being done. That's their own contribution to the project.
Okay, how many, so far, how many members can you boast of in Nigeria?
In Nigeria,
Yeah.
At least we have, on the platform presently, we have about 60,000 women on that platform. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, how positioned are you as a group towards taking advantage of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement?
Like I said, we've attended several trainings and we are still attending. So we are really getting ready and we are positioned for it. That's why we are doing lots of capacity building. And that's what is even betting the continuity of the trade fair, because we know when we prepare ourselves, we get to know the policies that are involved. Because if you don't have information, you cannot be positioned. And so far, what we've been doing is the sensitization, because they need to know, oh, what's the African free trade policy about? Okay, where can I be a part of it? What can I be? What can I bring to it myself as a trader or as a woman? And right now, we're getting positioned by getting the information that we need, grabbing the information that we need, and getting ready with the proper structures.
Okay, what about those who are interested to join that group? So what do they need to
What they need to do is just go to www.womenconnect.org, and you just upload your details. There's some verification codes that will be sent to your email, and then you can also be a part of it on WhatsApp by chatting our numbers, 08085064937.
Okay.
If you just send your name and your state of residence, because we are across the 36 states with FCT, when you indicate your state of residence, they will add you up there on the WhatsApp group.
Okay, about the trade fair, tell us about it. Are you going to be showcasing Nigerian goods or other goods from outside the country?
Well, you know, we have mixed multitude, I must say. You have those that are made in Nigeria, and then you have those that are importers. So we're going to cut across everyone. We're not leaving anybody behind. And the trade fair, this is our second edition. It was launched last year. We had it December 5th and 6th last year, but this time around we're having it on the 1st to the 4th of December. There were the complaint that 2 days was too small, You know, by the time people came and they saw the massive discounts, they wanted to come back, and we were already packing. So this year we decided to have it for 4 days. These are also part of the preparation to be prepared for the after opportunities that is ongoing, and we're trying to also train and educate the women on how to exhibit. You know, we don't just want them to come. Usually you see people go to trade fair and they just exhibit, they put their things on the floor and all of that, but there are proper standard of ways of exhibition. So those are one of the purposes why we put the trade fair together. And also, for me, I like to tell people that trade fair is not just about what you come and you sell, it's about the network you make. You might actually come to a fair and you don't really make sales, but the kind of networks you're going to go with, they are going to come after you and you are going to be cashing out. Like last year, we had some people that, in fact, their testimonies has been that since the fair, the client base they've made has increased, which is the whole essence of trade fair. Yes, you are there to make sales. At the same time, you are there to make networks of new buyers and clientele. So we're going to have people with made in Nigerian products, we have those with organic products, we have those that are coming with the foreign product, and then we have those that are coming with agro-commodity. Okay. Yes.
What about in terms of collaboration? Private or public collaboration?
We have both. We are collaborating with all the MDAs. Okay. They've been invited because one of the MDAs that we are really coming up with is NAFDAC and Trademark, okay, because we see that a lot of our women are having challenges in that area. So we are collaborating with NAFDAC, Trademark. We're also collaborating with CAC, and then for private collaborations, we are also open to it. And one of the collaborations is what we're having with NTA anyway.
Okay. Okay. Now, what advice do you have, before I let you go, what advice do you have for women looking at the COVID-19, how it has impeded so many things? Okay,
my advice for women will say that we need to stay strong and stay focused. Stay strong and stay focused.
What about those that are not involved in any, buy and sell or things like that?
Maybe they are in the office where everybody stay focused and stay strong, okay, and it's going to get better. And we need to be prepared. Like I like to say that preparation meets opportunity. When you are not ready, when the opportunity comes, you might not be able to grab it. So get prepared and be ready so that when the opportunity comes, you grab. Okay. And I like to say finally that we're going to have massive discounts. So we want to use the opportunity to tell Abuja, it's Christmas season, and you want to shop discount, you need to be at the International Pink Fair.
Okay. Thank you very much. Content Manager, 50 Million African Women Speak Platform, Dr. Ajibike Saritu.
Thank you.
Now moving on, oil prices rose on Monday, recouping some losses after Friday's plunge of about $10 a barrel as investors look for bargains but remain cautious with the focus on the Omicron coronavirus variant and Iran nuclear deal negotiations. Brent crude futures climbed $3 to $75.77 a barrel after falling $9.50 on Friday. Oil prices crashed together with other financial markets on Friday by more than 10%, the largest one-day drop since April 2020, as the new variant spooked investors and added to concerns that a supply surplus could swell in the first quarter. The Nigerian Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, NIT, says a total of $3 billion have been recovered from underpayments from companies in the extractive sector to government in the past 20 years from 1999 to 2019. Executive Secretary of NIT, OJ disclosed this in Abuja during the inaugural meeting of the Communications and Civil Society Committee and presentation of the 2019 Oil, Gas and Mining Report. OJ said the agency will intensify efforts to ensure Nigeria's resources works for Nigerians, adding that NIT was building partnership with relevant government agencies to ensure efficiency in the transparency sector.
And we have established a platform and a framework now to expand our monitoring system of illegal mining activities and illegal bunkering across the country as part of our mandate. The details of that procedure is being worked out.
Now, a trip to the commodities market is next. Also in Asia, stocks fell Monday as European stocks struggled to stay afloat as investors watch Omicron COVID-19 variant. And Eko has more on the markets.
Hello and welcome to the Global Market segment. Major markets in Asia largely fell on Monday as investors continue to monitor developments surrounding the recently discovered Omicron COVID variant. Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index slipped 0.95% to close at 23,852.24. The Shanghai Composite in mainland China also dropped 0.04%, while in Japan, the Nikkei 225 dropped 1.63% to close at 28,283.92 basis points. European stocks started the new trading week higher despite extensive concerns over the newly discovered Omicron COVID variant. All sectors traded in positive territory, with stocks looking to rebound from Friday's sell-off. Germany's DAX added 0.68% in early trade, London's FTSE topped 0.93%, and CAC 40 of France gained 0.68%. In the US, stocks moved higher in early trading following Friday's big sell-off. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 122 points, S&P 500 0.59%, and Nasdaq 100 0.84%. Meanwhile, African markets traded mixed as the continent joins the rest of the world in searching for direction following the discovery of the new coronavirus variant. In South Africa, where Omicron was first detected, officials say the new variant appears to be more transmissible than its predecessors, although most cases have been mild so far. And that's Global Market. I am Neka Uko.
Thank you, Neka. The Nigerian stock market failed to sustain the slow rise recorded Friday in Monday's session. The all-share index dropped to 43,270.94 points, while the equities capitalization settled at 22.578 trillion naira. 208 million shares were traded in the day, value at 2.3 billion naira in 4,036 deals. The financial services sector dominated trade to see FCMB and Zenith Bank dominating trade in terms of volume. Well, this is where we end this edition of Business Express. We value your feedback, so keep the comments, observations, and suggestions coming. Be informed that all previous episodes are available on YouTube on the NTA's channel. Business Express returns Tuesday by 9:30 a.m. I am Musa Abubakar saying stay safe.